Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Survivor Recap podcast with the Couch Potato Queens. I am your host, microphone user Sam Meyer. Thrilled to be here. I'm joined, of course, by Detroit's premier queen of mean, Miss Alex Mites. How are you?
I am so good. Thrilled to be talking with two of my favorite people about my favorite TV show.
Absolutely. And of course, we also have Ms. Kendra Joy. How are things in your household tonight, Kitty Queen?
Things are pretty quiet over here, so I'm excited to have someone to talk to tonight.
Oh, are they? Why so quiet?
Oh, I don't know. Just a quiet night.
It's just a quiet night.
It's a quiet night.
Hello, Sophie. Thrilled to see you, babes. Hello, Travel the World. Josh is off tonight. We are going to be doing a 3-person crew on Survivor going forward. So you'll see us all cycling out. Hello, Dawn. Great to see you. Welcome to the pod. We had a hot episode to talk about tonight.
Yes,
we are getting some great drama this season, Mama. Jelly Donuts. Oh, Miss Jeannie, imagine if Shan voted out Ricard with the same advantage. Girl, Jeannie was on my team. This is the first week that I have lost someone from my team. She was my first choice. She disappointed me. I was happy with Shan's decision.
And what an iconic duo, my first draft picks.
Yeah, are they both yours?
Yeah, and they were my number 1 and my number 2.
Oh, I love that for you.
Yeah, I knew you would be happy tonight, Alex.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got a good team going there. I'm very, very envious of you right now. But
you have King Nasir, so
I do have King Nasir, who had a good night tonight.
He did have a good night tonight.
Okay, Adrian, I absolutely agree. Queen Liana's still in it. Jelly Donuts agreed. Adrian, Shannon, Liana, Black Girl Magic. We love to see it. I'm very excited. So y'all, yep, Adrian, I know y'all are gloating right now. I'm just thrilled that I rode that train. But before we get into the episode tonight, I'm literally breaking out in hives because I have to ask you to please like our channel, subscribe to it, like this video, comment on the post below. It's killing me. Y'all, just do it. Just do it, please. It's tearing me apart.
Thank you.
Follow on social media. It's super fun. We love you. So, Travel the World. I also liked Shan's backstory. It was cute. We heard a little bit about it during the interviews. Alex is not losing in her draft with the Shan. And Alex, would you like to respond to Natalie?
So Natalie, I actually think I have a pretty good chance because I feel like we're going to be getting a Shan and Ricard, Diane and who was it? Diane and who?
Oh, Diane and Malcolm.
Diane and Malcolm kind of duo where like they're the only two from their tribe, but then they make it all the way to the end. Like big that energy from them. So I'm still in this, Natalie.
You really are. Adrian says, Ken, you've been kind of trashing Liana as a game player these past 2 weeks. How do you feel now?
I'm actually really excited to see how she uses this advantage that she got. So when she got that, I was glad. Like, I'm really excited that she has more of a chance to play. So let's see how she does this next episode. I'm sure we'll see how she uses her advantage next episode. So
yeah.
Yeah,
Alex, the viewers are reading you. It was Denise and Malcolm, not Diane.
Oh my God. Thank you. Y'all, I watch too much reality TV, okay? I'm sorry if I don't get everyone's names correct, but you know what I meant.
Denise, the Queen Slayer. You know we meant the Queen Slayer.
You know we meant the Queen Slayer.
So, shall we hop into this ep, y'all?
Yes, let's get into it.
Okay, so we start out on Ua, and Jeannie finds the idol that Brad took to his grave. She brings it immediately to Shan and Ricard, and they were all like, we're not going to open this as a group. And then as soon as Jeannie was gone, Shan opened it in the presence of Ricard. we learned that this was like the same thing where they had to say the phrases, blah blah blah. How are y'all feeling with like this shady Shan business opening up this idol? She's found a way to position herself as the one with the idols. Ken, what are your thoughts?
I'm here for it. I was okay with it. It didn't bother me. I mean, she gave her one advantage to Ricard. So she was kind of just like, let me play this out a little bit, see how it goes. I like that she's dipping her toe further into the Survivor game every episode. So I was here for it. It's okay. It was shady, though.
They actually called her out for it a little bit during the tribal council that Shan is just the one that everyone trusts. Shan is the power player. Shan's the decision maker.
Really is.
Alex, how did you feel about Shan positioning herself in this way?
I thought that it was such a power move to just be like, no, you're not going to open the idol that you found. How about that? Isn't that a good idea if you don't open the idol that you found?
That's a very good point.
And then I just
didn't even think about that. That's a huge power move.
How about you don't open the idol that you found, but then I'm just going to say the secret phrase just like for fun.
I loved that idea. I thought that was, I mean, I like Jeannie, but like how gullible. Come on. You really just think like, oh, let's just say it for fun, see how it goes.
Y'all, that was a Parvati level move. That was a give me your idol kind of move, but like with extra steps. It's almost more impressive. Like
yes,
from the person
like
said it.
Extra shady.
We're just, just like really like crazy tonight. And we just like said the phrase just to like see if anyone else says it.
Like how crazy would that be? Works. Because lo and behold, Naseer has the other immunity.
Oh my god, which was the reveal of the century.
It
Every
really
drag
was. Sorry to just like jump ahead, but
it was
oh my
a
god.
Sasha Velour level reveal that we got from the Survivor producers. They're like, we're gonna give you more insight onto the production process.
Before we get off of Shan though, I did notice Shan's evil song getting turned into background music. Good on Survivor, paying attention to the details.
I loved it. I was absolutely obsessed. I wonder who Alex will impersonate for this series like she does for Sarah Beth for Big Brother.
We'll see. We'll see who comes up.
The people have been hungry for an impersonation. I feel like it's going to be Sydney. Every time she's like, I'm a mermaid. I caught like 9 fish. I'm better than everyone. Like, I feel like we're going to get, like, the more screen time she gets, I think the happier I will be.
Yeah, I feel like once we get into Merge, then we'll really be able to like feel the impressions, you know?
I mean, definitely. Again, we just haven't seen enough of Luvu.
I know.
I was feeling that tonight. I felt like I really didn't like know who anyone was besides the few who, we know well.
Hi, Jess.
Yeah. Hey, Jess.
Yeah. Oh, I really feel that. But speaking of Luvu, Danny and Deshawn come over and they're trying to get Naseer to throw the challenge. And they, after butting heads like this whole time up until this point, they are finally the 3 like strongest dudes in the competition are coming together. And Naseer said that he wanted to work with them. He just doesn't want to throw a challenge.
He's like, yes, I do want to work with you, but no, we're not doing your strategy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that. I thought props to Naseer. I think he keeps playing his game. Like no matter what, he's like, this is how I want to do it. Like I'm gonna do it this way.
He's gonna do it his way. And he like doesn't really care how anyone else is playing.
No, he doesn't. Which I love.
Oh, I really like it. I'm hoping I get a Naseer Deshawn alliance for my roster, for my team.
Josh was even saying tonight, since Josh isn't on the pod, I'll throw in a thing Josh said while we were watching. Josh said that he thought that Naseer was getting a winner's edit. Ken, do you think that Naseer is getting a winner edit?
I do actually. I could totally see that, and I was thinking that during the challenge tonight. Totally. That we're learning a lot about him. He's talking about his daughter a lot. and you know how he's prepared for this so much that he is either getting a super fan where he's going to make it really far, or he's going to win.
Totally.
Yep.
And hello to our newcomers on the pod.
Madam
Just
Caliente,
joined.
longtime
Hello.
friend of the pod. Nanya, thrilled to see ya.
Yes, hello.
I love it.
Josh
Travel
is
the
standing
world.
behind the camera and showing me the amount of sushi that he ordered.
So, viewers, in case you were wondering what Josh is up to,
Here, I'll
it's
show you
sushi.
what Josh
I was
is.
going to say, let's see. Oh my god.
Ooh, that is a lot of
Oh.
sushi.
I
So
want
much
some.
sushi.
Is that a party platter?
I thought I ordered like 3 rolls.
Josh, you didn't want to do the pod today. Go away.
So, okay, y'all. So speaking though, I want to go to, and Alex, I'll pull the comment. Travel the world. Meanwhile, on Yasa, Tiffany is having a whole ass like paranoid, psychotic break. Like every week, it's about something entirely random. This week, which like legitimate concern, Evie is playing a little bit too loose.
Yeah.
Evie is playing a little bit too loose.
Hot
But-
take. I think if they had gone to tribal tonight, Evie would have gone home.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
But Tiffany and Liana
Yeah.
also significantly go through Xander's bag and find his advantage and his idol, or the promise of the idol. And I'm sure that they know, now that all the phrases are complete, that he has it.
Yeah.
Which ties into, we might as well talk about it now, Liana's advantage that she gets after the challenge.
Yeah.
Liana can ask anyone one time whether they have an advantage or an idol. And if they say yes, they are required to give it to her. But she can only do it at tribal council.
Does she have to specify advantage or idol? Like, does she have to say, do you have an idol? Or does she get to say, do you have an advantage or an idol?
It sounded like, excuse me, I cannot like breathe tonight. It sounded like she had to specify.
And the reason I agree with you, Ken, is because Xander, for example, has an advantage and an idol. If she were to ask him that question, would he get to choose which he gave her? Would she get her choice? Or does she have to specify when asking the question?
I think she has
know.
to specify, because otherwise she gets 2 pieces of information then.
Yeah. I feel like she has to say one or the other. Like she has to be like, I'm going to ask this person if they specifically have an idol.
Right. But she knows that he has an idol because she went to the mountain with Shan.
Yeah.
So, and Shan has an idol. So, and Shan said everything, and there she was like, oh, Xander has the other one. So she knows. So all she has to do is ask him for it.
Yeah. And I will bring this up now for everyone in the comments. The blinds are still broken.
But Josh and I are moving, so you're gonna have all new blinds to look at soon, folks.
You're gonna have a whole new backdrop for me when I come over. So
For
Very
all of us.
exciting.
Yeah. Alex needs to imitate Josh, not when he's in the
I
room,
am
dear.
just mortified right now.
Oh my god, you guys, I am mortified.
Guys, I am just mortified.
Stop.
Why don't you just like open them a little bit? Just open
open the
them
blinds.
until you can't see that they're broken.
Because then there's a glare behind me because it's an open window.
Oh, right. Okay.
So, okay, let's talk about Yasa. First of all, let's talk about Queen Tiffany. Queen Tiffany with her like deep paranoia that I am fascinated to see how that plays post-merge.
I know. I feel like it will not fly and she will go immediately. Like,
Yeah.
like
I
the
don't think
fact
Tiffany-
that it was so funny that she literally caught Xander lying to her face. And that's just going to feed her paranoia. And so now she's just going to assume everybody's lying about everything because she already caught one person lying. So it's just going to let her spiral and spiral and spiral. So I think next episode, we're probably going to get a lot of Tiffany's downfall because it seems like we are getting like some kind of merge. So
And if Josh is still available, if anyone saw the preview, actually, please let us know. It seemed like we were getting some sort of drop your buffs situation, but we don't know exactly what's going on. So if anyone has spoilers, let us know in the comments, please.
not like winners or anything like that. Not like
Right.
placements.
Like next episode spoilers.
Yeah, like what the deal is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us what the deal is.
Yeah, Dolores, I absolutely agree. Too many gamers after merge. I see
Mhm.
her going quick. There is no way that Ricard is going to let Tiffany hang around. He's going to be like, this woman is a wild card. Get her out.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. He's too much of a loose cannon.
It's a merge, but with a twist. Okay, so I'm wondering if it's our tribe swap, or maybe we're going down to 2 tribes.
Yeah.
You know,
it seems like it's not going to be a tribe swap, but maybe combining the 2 smaller tribes.
Ooh, I could see that. But also with Luvu
That
being
seems weird.
so dominant, you know, and it's
Yeah.
like it's fucking over Shannon Ricard right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Atharel is saying something that's never been done potentially.
I would say, what's a merge with a twist?
Like, how do you do that? It's either everybody changes tribes. Maybe they get to pick tribes. Like,
Jelly Donuts says it's a merge, but they immediately do a double tribal.
Oh, weird.
Potentially. Josh is saying in bottom 6 in the challenge, go to tribal council. Oh, okay. Ooh, that would be interesting.
This is like a maybe. Maybe they have to compete for spots to make a merge, and bottom 6 have to go to tribal council. That would be cool. Women versus men. I think we're beyond this now. I don't think Survivor would do that.
Okay, yeah, Nasir said it's never been done before. Okay.
Yeah, Josh, I could see what you're saying being it. I also am intrigued by Jelly Donut's prediction as well of double tribal.
They do well only in like a finale do we get like a double tribal.
Yeah.
And we did the first episode as well.
Yeah.
Jelly Donuts, I trust Nasir.
I would trust Nasir with my life.
I would as well.
I do too. Same. I would
God,
latch on
I
to
want
him.
more people to want to work with him. Like I'm like,
no,
why does
no one
want-
really does. I feel like people just think that he's a heavyweight. Like they don't think that he is useful strategy wise. And I think they're so wrong.
I think they're so wrong too. Really.
Sophie asking the real question.
Oh, Sophie, don't ask.
Hey, wait, speaking of eating, does Survivor still do like weird eating competitions?
I hope so. They haven't had a lot to eat, so I'm like, they have to start feeding them at some point.
I'm waiting for one of those.
They haven't done the ones where it's like you have to eat pig intestines. Like they kind of stopped doing that, but they will do the ones where it's like the Survivor auction where they get to like have a set amount of money and
those
then
are fun. Okay,
they'll
cool.
get like pizza and stuff.
Yeah.
I love Survivor auction. That's always my favorite episode.
Auctions are fun.
Also, okay, are either of you vegan or vegetarian?
No.
No.
Ken made me meatloaf last night.
I did.
Well, I'm like, I wonder what the Survivor experience like when you're like at the Survivor auction, if that is a scenario in which you're like, maybe I'll compromise on my morals a little bit because I'm like starving. You know, like I'm wondering how that, but like some people don't compromise.
I know some vegans who would and some who would not. Like, I mean, you never know if you're in that situation, but I feel like I know some who definitely would not. Because it's such a moral thing for them. Others are just like, well, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, are they not doing the auctions anymore?
Our band, thanks to Probst.
What'd he do?
Oh no.
Probably just said no more. Travel the world. I'm interested to know, would you eat meat? Okay, scenario A is for a gross food eating challenge.
Where like you have to for safety.
You have to for safety. And question B is, would you, if you say like there was a reward meal and you know
And
that
it's like
was
fish. It was the fish meal.
yes,
Mhm.
yeah, something like that, where you were, you know, physically really drained to like nourish yourself. I'm legitimately interested to hear your response.
Yeah. For
Um,
anybody else who has experience with like being a
Yeah,
vegan
I'm
or
curious too.
vegetarian.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
In
like,
like
what
any
is because
scenario.
we get like, you know, like some people in the past on these shows have made certain stands about, you know, like killing animals or they
Mhm.
won't eat for specific challenges, you know, stuff like that. So I'm just I assume it comes down to the individual, but um
I was
okay.
a vegetarian for a while and I was vegan for a while too. And I mean, I'm not anymore, so obviously I'm whatever. But at the time, I probably would have been like, no, I'll never do it. But then, like,
Mhm.
if I was starving, I would.
I mean, yeah, if you're gonna like, what's the alternative? Like passing out?
Travel the world. I would
I
not
don't
go on
know.
Survivor actually is not the answer we were looking for.
But like, imagine.
Imagine for a
If you
moment.
did.
Dolores
Imagine.
would eat fingernails for $1 million.
I would.
I mean,
So
don't you like kind of eat your own fingernails when you bite them?
You
not
don't
all of
swallow
us bite
them.
our fingernails.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, you probably do a little bit, not like big pieces, but like
Um,
you probably do it, littles.
Sophie, we would all like to have what Josh had for dinner. Um, Jelly Donuts, interesting comment though about Jeff Probst adding the advantages and breaking the Survivor auction. Is that I'm interested to hear, Jelly Donuts, is that a hot take? Or is that like something that they've talked about that they sort of broke it with the advantages?
Because I could definitely see that happening.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. They would do advantages instead of food.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when they did it on Survivor Australia, and there was one where the first person got like a thing that was covered, and the guy got it for like basically no money because no one was buying it because they wanted to buy the advantage,
Mm-hmm.
and he got it, and what he got was just you also get one of everything else. So like they were like, oh, here's like a thing of donuts. And so he got to sit at a table. And then when someone else bought it, he also got a big plate of donuts.
That
was
is
just
so
iconic.
cool.
And I'm like, we'll never get that again.
that is so cool.
But then when the advantage came up, he also got the advantage. He got
Yeah.
every single thing.
Did he
Like-
win?
No, he didn't.
Oh, he didn't
But
play
that's a
very
fun
well then.
twist. I
But it
like
Is
was
that
that a
actual
lot.
advantages?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Anyway.
But Jelly Donuts is saying both that Probst has admitted that the advantages wrecked the auction.
Mm.
I
still thought it was fun because there was always still somebody who was like, I'm eating French fries.
Like I'm
would.
eating today.
That would be me for sure.
And they make it worth it.
But Jeff Probst is like, no, I want everyone to freak out over fish and chips.
So, okay. Y'all. We get to the challenge because we should meander there. And we find out at the top of the challenge that Nasir found the idol on Luvu. What a great twist. We were all gagged. It was such a surprise.
It was a surprise. I thought I missed something for a minute. I was so excited for him.
I was thrilled for him. I was thrilled for Nasir. And like, it seemed to me that Luvu didn't really catch on to what happened. Like, no one on Luvu has any idea what's going on here.
No, it definitely seemed like that. And I was actually curious, like when they were showing him finding it, I was like really hoping that no one would notice. And then this would be a solo adventure for Nasir.
And it didn't even, what Sam and I were saying is that it didn't even seem weird that Nasir was like, I'm as confused as a goat on AstroTurf.
Like,
No.
like, okay, like, I don't think it is. It's discriminatory, but like Nasir talking about goats would make sense to like, go off, King.
And I feel like no one really listens to him that closely either, to be honest. Like his tribe does not mind him like that.
Goat off king.
Goat off king. Hashtag goat off king if you're team Nasir. Oh, I know, Jelly Donuts. If only Nasir and Jeannie were on the same tribe, we were robbed of that. But you know what? Jeannie was my first pick, but she did not live up to the potential I thought that she showed during her interviews.
I know.
I thought she was going to be a much better player, and she was the goat. You know,
Same, I totally agree. She was my first pick too. She definitely was. Like, I wanted her to win so bad.
I wanted her to do real well, and she just was a disappointment.
I thought she was going to be way more of a social player and way more of a personality, and I don't really know anything about her, you know?
And
usually when people are on those small tribes, we get to know them the most, and it's surprising that we really don't know Jeannie, so. Yeah. And no, we were all shocked when Nasir said that. So that was a good moment tonight. Probably
perfect person for the goat phrase.
Yep, I agree.
So okay, then in the challenge, Yasa wins first place. We also really saw Nasir shining yet again as a challenge beast. I think he will be someone to worry about once they get into the merge. He's real good. Like, Nasir does not have weak points other than the fact that no one wants to work with him and he's just like doing his own thing.
Yeah, I agree. And you've seen people who are doing their own thing go pretty far. If you kind of just lay low, you're nice, so people don't think you're a threat, but you just play a good game. I think he could do that.
Yeah. So yeah, I lost my train of thought. I was in there and then it was just gone. I was like, where? I was surprised that Yasa, okay, also let's talk about the fact that Yasa got rid of all of the like toxic male energy on their tribe and now is just winning everything. Like none of them, like Xander is the only one, like Liana is athletic, I will give her that. But like Liana's not built. You know, Liana's not like strong. But okay. Do you know what? We'll get to that in a second. It is unusual that Yasa is doing so well, right? Am I the only one who thinks it's like wild?
No, they were doing horribly at first. Like, we were making fun of them for the first few episodes because they were just losing everything. Like, I actually had to remind myself of that tonight. Like, wait, it was yellow that we didn't like at first, not green. What's happening here?
Yeah,
I know, but now they're like dominating. Like they've done excellent every challenge, and
they really have.
Yeah. And it was shocking when they won first place on this. They have a big ass tarp now.
I know. Xander really pulled them through that challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like he did like everything in that challenge.
And he did real well in the accuracy portion.
I mean, that's kind of how it was tonight with this challenge is it really came down to one person. Like Nasir was the challenge for the blue tribe, Xander for the yellow, and then it seemed like Ricard was kind of the person for the green tribe that lost it for everybody. You know?
And Xander is surprising because he hit his head hard.
Did anyone else notice that?
I didn't notice that.
It was like wham.
When
he got
on the net.
On the net, yeah, I did know. Yes,
but it was like on the bar at like the end of the net, and he like slammed it right up in the camera.
I would have been down. I would have been like medical.
Yeah,
yeah. Atharella noticed as well. I'm surprised we didn't see him with a big old gash on his head.
We were like gasping when that happened. That was a lot.
He must have hit some of the rope or something.
Like
that's why he's not gashed.
On the ropes and not the it could have been just the sound effect.
It was loud though, like and he like snapped up. Like it did not seem fun.
It didn't seem fun. I want to address really quickly this Jelly Donuts comment. I don't know how Deshaun hasn't been targeted yet. He's suspicious of Erica for being untrustworthy when he's actively trying to throw a challenge. He hasn't been targeted because Luvu has not gone to tribal. That's how he hasn't been targeted.
It's going to be a mess when they finally go.
It is going to be a mess when Luvu starts going to tribal because I think that all of them are going to get real butthurt real fast because they haven't had to like condition themselves for this. I think they could get eaten and I don't think that they will stay together as a tribe once things merge.
And they don't know how, and that's the thing. When you have these tribes that dominate in the beginning, they get to the merge and they get into these tribes with people who have been to tribal multiple times, and they know how to strategize. They know how to pull people before tribal. They know how to do all like these quick, gameplay moments with these people who have no idea. And then they're the ones that get picked off. Like, it's cool that you made it to the merge, but now you don't know how to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very good point. Yeah, because you haven't had to learn how to strategize with anyone yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Y'all, it could get real messy real fast. I'm a little worried. But I think Deshaun is still a front runner. We're still getting a lot of him. You know, in a way that we aren't really getting Danny. We're getting a little bit of Danny.
I think that Deshaun will probably last a little bit longer than him because he seems to be getting more of an edit.
I feel like they're always together.
They're often together, yeah.
They're
but
often
in terms
together?
of individual interviews, Deshaun, it seems, is getting a little bit more screen time.
Oh, okay. I can see. Yeah. Okay. I can see that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So obviously Yasa wins, Luvu comes second, Ua is in third. But then we get into really what I'm hoping is not, but could be the end of Shan and Liana we get our Liana and Shan moment, Black Girl
We love
Magic, super thrilled. We love to see it. But let's talk about the Shan and Ricard drama. Shan comes back from her Advantage Island and is freaking out. She knows that Ricard threw her name out. We didn't see it, but Ricard likely did tell her that, like, of course I did that to throw Jeannie off. But it's like, you don't have to throw Jeannie off because she's going. Like, there's all of these things sort of at play right now.
Everyone was being really shady.
Yeah.
Everyone's being shady.
mean, what could you expect? Whenever there's like three people like this, I always kind of laugh at their like effort to strategize. Because it's like you're just gonna tell everyone that you're voting for the other person. Like, I'm gonna tell Sam that I'm voting for Alex, and I'm gonna tell Alex that I'm voting for Sam, and Alex is gonna tell Sam that she's voting for me, and she's gonna tell me that she's voting for Sam. Like, it's just
gonna be a mess.
What are you?
You're not gonna know anything.
I'm gonna vote for you because I'm with Ricard. So
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that would have been the better thing to do because they know that Jeannie doesn't have any powers. They know that.
So just tell her, be honest.
Just be like, hey, we're gonna vote you out. And then you could have saved yourself a big headache of who has the vote and who has the idol. And, well, I want you to give me back the vote, but why would I do that? Because that's what I told you to say to JD. And now you two don't trust each other, but like, it was just such a mess.
Do you think that Ricard's going to give it back now?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
he
you
100%
think he
will.
will?
I think I would hope that in the aftermath of this, Ricard gives it back and now they know like they are really together.
Yeah. I could see him being like, let me keep it because you kind of showed some, weaselly-ness when you were asking for it back immediately.
I think though that like Ricard has a decision to make of like whether he's going to trust Shan going forward.
Right. I know, I agree. I don't know if he will. I think he might hold a little back for himself.
Well, we know something
like
is
they're
going to
stick together. I think that's in their best interest.
I think they're going to stick together too. But I think
they realize they're both power players.
And it is stronger for power players to stick together.
Otherwise, they will get picked off because other people will be like, this person is a threat to me. They have to go.
Yeah.
And
Ricard said that he would give it back tomorrow, travel the world.
So he would look like a huge douche if he didn't.
Yeah, and I think that would ruin any sort of chance he had of working with Shan in the future.
Yeah.
I think that she's pretty forgiving. I think that he could, and he's pretty sly. I think he could convince her to just be like, well, let me hang on to it because it will benefit both of us since we're going to stick together. And that maybe she will let him hang on to it. And then I think that he will be loyal to her, though. I do think they'll stick together.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. Or I think the biggest power move would be for Shan to say, I want you to hold on to the extra vote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I want you to be safe. I want you to be protected.
To
I
give
want
it
you
to
to
him.
feel good about this relationship that we have.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mhm.
frankly, Ricard could blow up Shan's game on another tribe.
Yeah.
If I was going to do that move, I'd want him to physically hand me the paper first, and then I would hand it back.
Interesting.
You know, because I'd want to make sure that like he was planning to give it to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd be like, okay, but actually I want you to have it.
That's very you.
I know. Because I'm like, okay, but actually put it in my hands.
Right.
Don't just like say, oh, let me go get it to give it to you back. No, like put it in my hands.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I love that.
I agree with you, Nanya. Jeannie made a huge mistake today in leaving that idol there. And why would you tell a 3-person tribe that you found the idol?
Yeah, I don't know why she decided to go to the tribe with that. Like, I mean, I kind of got her logic there that like they
Because,
know
like,
what's going to happen anyway if I say this,
They're
but
gonna know, but you should have kept it.
yeah,
You should have just done it.
Shan has now
100%.
gotten 2 advantages from people and then immediately voted them out.
Mhm.
She has done this 2
Twice.
weeks in a row.
Mhm. Yeah.
Not
Wild.
quite, and in 2 different ways as well.
Oh no, JD went before Brad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he? No, I thought JD went last week.
JD went last week.
Then Brad was the week before.
Brad was the week before.
So 2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row.
She stole an advantage and then voted their ass out. It's iconic.
Savage.
No one's done it like this before.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. It's a fun game.
Shan gives no fucks. Shan is out for blood.
She's a woman of the Lord, a woman of the book.
It's
She'll
fun.
pray for you and slit your throat.
Yep. And we love to see it. Oh, y'all, tonight was wild. Tonight was wild. It makes her untrustworthy for sure, Dawn, but also I think it makes her a good player. Like no one's calling her out on it.
Except Ricard a little bit.
But Ricard knows who he's working with.
Yeah, he was like, don't start this shit with me.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was like, I know what you're doing. I like it about you. Don't you dare do it to me.
Yes, exactly. Like we have this agreement being allies that you aren't going, like we're not going to do this to each other.
It was very much like, what do you even think you're doing?
Yes. Yeah, I got that energy as well.
Yes.
Of like, excuse me, this is like when, and I agreed. He's like, I have voted with you, or our votes have been the same every single time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why would I just jump ship now at 3 people? Like, I agree.
Yeah, like why would he side
Shan
with
is on
Jeannie?
my team.
Yep. Alex says Shan.
Shan. And I also have Evie. But I think Evie's not going to last.
I have Liana. I believe Josh has Heather.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Josh, my team's a nightmare. Go, Alex. My team is a nightmare. The only thing Josh has going for him is like the hope that someone takes pity on Heather and drags her to the end. Or that Sydney is like a really good villain and like figures it out.
Yeah.
I mean, she got like 9 fish tonight for her tribe, so
She did.
Well,
Yeah.
in fish, Sydney's the winner.
Oh, I love it. I think it's time for us to get to our superlatives. Yeah.
Let's
All
do
right.
it.
Okay. So first we have our best in show. Who was killing it for y'all tonight? Alex, would you like to go first?
Yeah. I think who killed it tonight was Nasir. Nasir killed it. Nasir was like, okay, you want to start an alliance? Sure, but we're not doing it your way. We're doing it my way. And then Nasir is a challenge beast and also has an idol now. So
I
Nasir's
love
gone from
that.
bottom of his tribe, from bottom of the strongest tribe to now like low-key top of the tribe.
Yeah, could be. I mean, it
From what
depends
we've
if he.
seen. Mhm.
I'm interested to see how it shakes out.
He has the most power on the tribe.
It's true. It's true.
So
Ken, who was your
Mhm.
best player of the evening?
My best in show is going to be Nasir too, and I didn't think anyone else was going to say that.
Mm-hmm.
But then next up, I mean, obviously, it's going to have to be Shan. She did awesome tonight, and I think that she did a very good job at getting Jeannie to, really believe that she was siding with her and that like they were doing something cool together by like hiding this idol. And it was too bad, but she did a good job at it. It was real tricky.
Mm-hmm. Josh's best in show is Shan. For me, I've got to say it's Ricard. I think Shan got messy tonight. She acquired a lot of these pieces, but like she brought on a lot of risk and she asked some questions and behaved in a way that was not stabilizing for her or her alliances or her tribe. I think that, in fact, Ricard played the best game because he was the most stable. He did exactly what he should have been doing. He did not, because I think that if he had given up that the advantage, if he'd given up the double vote, Shan would have sent him home.
probably.
Mhm.
I think it
That's
would
why
have
she was
happened.
asking.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what she was asking. She wanted to have the option.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that Ricard just like sticking to his guns and not going crazy and voting Shan or like trying to, like cook things up with Jeannie. I think
Mhm.
Ricard played a really good game tonight.
That's good.
So next, of course, we have our dark horse who surprised you this episode. Ken, who are you feeling tonight?
I thought I just totally blanked on his name. Xander surprised me in the challenge tonight. I thought he did a really good job, and I think that he's been kind of underperforming, at least from what I expected in challenges. So I think that he did a really good job tonight. Yeah.
Work. Alex, how about for you?
For me, my dark horse is going to be a different interpretation of dark horse, and my dark horse is like the darkness inside of them. And Ricard is showing the darkness inside of him because he was scary. Okay, he was like, "Excuse me, what? No." And it was horrifying. Like it seemed like he was about to just like murder somebody when Shanna asked for his vote. He was like, "What? No." And it was just like, "Oh, so your game is just being intimidating and go off, King."
Alex, that's also precisely how you would have reacted in that scenario.
Oh my god, yeah. I'd be like, "No?"
No, like, excuse me, what are you talking about?
Like, I am Ricard.
I actually do think his game would be very similar to how you would play.
Except for where he's good at challenges.
Yeah. Ricard Brain with that Tiffany body.
Hey!
For me, I would have to say my dark horse tonight was Nasir. Nasir coming out with that surprise idol. He's getting roped into some alliances, but he's still doing his own thing. He's a dark horse. He's a wild stallion. I love to see it. Finally, we have our Hot Mess Express for the episode. Who is playing messy, y'all? Who's playing messy? Alex, do you want to kick us off?
Yeah, my hot mess is Xander tonight because why did he feel the need to lie about when he found the idol? Because he knew, like, if you think about it for 2 seconds, it's so obvious what the gag for the idol is that it's such like an easy lie to get caught in. And then what do you gain from lying about when you found the idol? Like, you could have just been like, "Hey, I found this last week. I didn't really know what to do with it or say." Like, it wouldn't have mattered. So, dumb lie, little to gain from the lie, and he got caught. And also, why is he telling Tiffany about it in the first place?
Well, because he thinks that he and Evie have like a secret little alliance,
But
and
why
then he was
bring
like,
in
we should
Tiffany?
bring Tiffany in on it.
You should have brought Liana in on it. So now in Xander's mind, he's like, let's get Liana out.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Which
That's his plan right now.
Which the viewers don't want.
And I don't want it. It's stupid.
No one wants it.
And it's not going to work because she's going to take his advantage or his idol.
Yeah.
And he's seen Tiffany act wild, so he needs to, he needs to align with Liana, if anybody.
Chill. Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously. I mean, my hot mess tonight has got to go to Tiffany. Girl, what are you doing? Why are you like constantly like so intensely like paranoid? This isn't healthy, mama. Like, why are you playing so hard? Like, so like she is imagining that she is playing against like superhumans.
Yes. Yes, like she sees demons no one else does.
Yes. I'm like, what are you doing, girl? Like, you chill.
I
mama.
still remember when Evie's like, no, I saw the clue. He doesn't have that. And she's like, but what if he does?
But what if he does?
No, I saw it. But what if he does?
God.
Okay.
Her eye rolling and facial expressions. No, we are loving that she's talking to the camera.
We love that.
It's really funny, and we don't really get that in Survivor outside of the interviews, so it has been particularly thrilling.
And it has like Big Brother energy where they like look at the camera and acknowledge us. I'm like, please acknowledge me, the viewer.
Mhm.
Right.
Alex, you actually had a really funny comment that you feel like tell us.
I said, I feel like I'm in an alliance with Tiffany because she's always making like secret looks at me.
Oh, I love
So
it.
America,
that.
you're in an alliance with Tiffany if you like it or not.
All of you are
The only
complicit.
one who's acknowledged your ass.
You don't have any choices, America. You have to align with Tiffany.
That's your
She's-
girl. She's your number one.
She's the only one talking to you. Oh,
Oh, it's beautiful.
that being said, Kendra Joy, who is your hot mess express for the evening?
Mine tonight is Jeannie for not taking that advantage and using it to turn her game around. Like she has had it rough. She could have used that and she just gave it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just
Dumb
gave
move.
it
That's
up.
all I have to say about that.
It's dumb
we know how
move.
that worked out. So
She became such a beta on that tribe that she
Mhm.
literally found an advantage and was like, hey, look.
I don't want it. I'll leave it here for someone else.
Take this before I go.
Right.
I know.
Good. Well, y'all, it's been a hoot and a half tonight. If you are interested in seeing more Couch Potato Queens, challenge tomorrow at 5:30. It's back. Also, you will be finding Sam and Alex doing a Dragula podcast. We're starting next week off with an episode 1 and 2 double feature at 7 p.m. on Wednesdays. We also have the Bachelor Pod when?
We do Bachelor right after, or Bachelorette,
Yeah.
right after the episode airs. So we go live right at 10.
Tuesdays.
Tuesdays at 10.
Tuesdays
So
at
come
10.
hang out with us.
So lots of fun stuff. But to stay up to date with everything else happening in the Couch Potato Queens world, please be sure to follow us on Twitter at Couch Potato Queens. That's QWNZ. Also check us out on Instagram at Couch Potato Queens and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I see that someone gave this video a like, and it's very much appreciated, Ms. Maureen Carroll. Thank you, baby. Y'all others, please make sure to like this video. It helps us so much. Oh my God, my body is turning on me because I hate doing this. Just do it. Help me out, please, so I don't have to ask. Next, it's time for us to plug ourselves.
You can go ahead and follow me on Instagram at alexknowsitall.jpg and on Twitter at alexknowsitall_. Shoot me a message. I love to talk to you guys throughout the week about whatever shows you're watching.
Mm-hmm.
And you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at ken.joy.yw. And last but not least,
You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Sam Meyer Comedy. That's MEIER. And y'all remember to always outwit
Outlast.
and
out gay.
yes! Thanks, y'all. Have a great night. Bye.